Hello everybody, this is Will Brogan from Commercial Truck Training bringing you yet another edition of Coach's Corner. This week we're going to cover a new topic to Coach's Corner as well as a new topic to our website, but it's hardly new. We've been doing this for a long time, or at least Ken has with a lot of dealerships over the years. In fact, I'm going to show you some samples that are from quite a few years ago that are still being used throughout some dealerships that are really enjoying this program. It is the Employee Purchase Program. We're not going to go into huge detail on the benefits today, but basically, obviously, it offers you an opportunity for a lot of retail spin-offs and then gives you more and more opportunities to establish a relationship with business owners for the main thing, which of course is commercial sales. And when you consider that commercial vehicle sales are 3 times as more profitable as retail sales, you want to take advantage of an opportunity like an employee purchase program. So just a couple of things on the surface level, and you can read in more detail on the free content section of our website. We've recently added the employee purchase program option for you guys to go ahead and browse and get all of the different things that you need to get started. There's a great outline that Ken wrote long ago, and we just recently edited it and updated it and threw it on the website for you for free. So go ahead and check that out again in our free content tab. Here we go. 3 things to get started, and then the 4th thing that we're going to cover is, again, the reason for it. Number 1, if you're going to do an employee purchase program, or really any marketing materials for that matter, you want to make sure that you have first-class graphics. You want to make sure you have an extremely professional look, and in this case with the employee purchase program, you want to have a carefully worded cover that really says VIP. Obviously, you don't need to use that actual moniker, very important person. You can use something else, but you want to convey the VIP idea. In addition to that, you want to have what basically I would term a sexy retail vehicle, because after all, these are retail spin-offs. You want to kind of appeal to that dream side of things for a business owner and feature something like a Camaro or a Mustang or a Charger or anything else that might get the blood boiling in a good way to go out and get a really nice, awesome vehicle, very powerful vehicle. So let me share a couple examples with you, a couple that I dug up from our archives. First of all, this is Multi's exclusive Platinum Card program. You can see it's got a old Chevy Tahoe on the front, and this could obviously appeal to, say, a mother with school-age kids and the functionality of it. And you'll see on the inside that it details the program a lot more. I'm not going to go ahead and zoom in the camera so you can read this, but you can get the idea that there is plenty of information on there, and actually does feature the card that you can go ahead and take off. You see another copy of it behind there, and gives all the information you need, the hours, obviously the taglines for the dealership, all that good stuff, and then kind of reiterates it on the back. This particular one doesn't give a whole lot of area to be able to put this directly in the mail without an envelope, as opposed to the next one I'm about to show you, but it does do a great job of really, again, outlining the program and giving a very good functional reason for it. The second one, you'll notice, is a very, very similar template between the two of them. This is from a local dealership that we've worked with quite a bit, Nimick Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue right here in Jacksonville, Florida. And you can see, it might be hard to tell on the camera, but you have actually a beach behind there with a pretty snazzy looking Camaro on the front, and you have exclusive Platinum Card program is the words that they chose there. On the back, before we get to the middle, you could see this obviously gives you plenty of opportunity to write the address to a business owner or somebody else, a decision maker, a gatekeeper perhaps, right here on the actual envelope with directions and all the good stuff that's needed to be able to find the dealership. Same thing on the inside. It's a little bit harder to read even for the camera because it's blue on a gray background, but you could tell it's got the exact same kind of feel to it. And this one, even though the cards aren't in here, you may be able to see the diagonal cutouts for the actual cards. And in this one, the way it was set up is the salesperson's card would go in one slot, and the actual employee purchase program card, whatever it was designed to be, would go in this slot as well, so that you really did have all the bases covered. And I know for a fact that Nimick did a really good job and had a really great time with this, and is still using flyers like this today. Second point, and we touched on it a little bit with these two cards, is the information sharing. You have to have, it would be a great idea to have a cutout for the business card, or in the example of Multi, they, instead of doing a cutout, they have the little sticky thing here. As you can see, it's kind of actually stuck to the envelope. That's pretty good. You want to make sure that you have the opportunity to have both the salesperson's card for contact information and the employee purchase program card attached as well. We've learned from these two examples, and Nimnik really did a good job. Unfortunately, we just don't have any of the card samples in those, but you could see how anything can really be put into those two slots, and the best way to go about that, again, business card and employee purchase program card. In addition to that, and you can check out these resources again in the free content spot of our website, you want to make sure that you have a two-form carbonless sign-up form. Basically one of those where they go ahead and they write the information on a pen, they tear off, you get one copy and the customer gets another copy, and they have numbers on the top so that you can go ahead and track that information as needed so that you can follow up accordingly. That is a really, really, really important point that I'm not going to go into too much detail on now because, well, it's pretty obvious, but you want to have the ability to track it, to put it into a CRM, to have that number, to have everything on file, and to really make that process seamless. Lastly, you want to make sure, obviously, that you have an introduction and a follow-up letter of some form, whether it's by email or by mail. You can obviously put it perhaps in an envelope with one of these. If this information doesn't do enough for you, I would certainly recommend that so that you hit the business owners and decision makers at different stages of perhaps the buying process or just the general prospecting process. That's a very important point, that the more opportunities that you have to connect with them, the closer you are to a sale. We talk about it all the time in all of our other videos, how often you need to be in contact with someone to be able to move the sales process along. Lastly, and I'm not going to get into any of the details here because, again, you can view it on the website, and I'd rather go ahead and you guys visit there, but there is a full 6-step process that you can use to implement a successful employee purchase program, and all 6 are very important. They're real simple. Sometimes it's nothing more than follow-up and making sure that your graphics are proper. So go ahead and take a look at that. Use that free resource. If you have any questions, of course, you can follow up with us anytime. You guys know the numbers by now, and obviously you know the website, www.commercialtrucktraining.com. And remember, the employee purchase program is really just another way to add value to what you can bring in a relationship to a business or a business owner, their family, and their employees. That's what it's really all about. Give yourself another opportunity to add value to where that business owner cannot say no when it comes time to buy vehicles from you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for yet another edition of Coach's Corner next week.